Good evening and welcome to Dad Bod's Crab Cakes and Sports. Jason here with Mike and John. On Thursday evening this week, we do have a couple scheduling changes coming up. We'll try to keep you guys posted. We'll put something on our Facebook page and get it out to y'all. But it is Thursday night, so the football week begins tonight. Everyone's very, very excited. Mike, are you anything exciting going on in your world?
I don't know because my life feels like a freaking tailspin right now. Just I'm coaching soccer and then I'm coaching soccer and then I'm coaching soccer. So it's just been pretty busy. But you know what's awesome though? When you have those few down minutes and you can look at NFL stuff online or watch a game, and it's like, man, this summer I was just waiting and waiting and waiting, and now it's finally here. And despite the outcome of Sunday's Ravens game, I am still super pumped for the NFL season and college football. And, how many nights a week is football on, boys? It's got to be on like 5-6 nights a week right now, right?
I think it's on 7 nights a week, isn't it?
I think so, something.
They somehow got that because Friday night's college night, and then they play Saturdays. I think there's even a game on Wednesday sometime. No, I don't know about Monday and Tuesday.
It seems
too quick of a turnaround.
Well, it seems like Tuesdays and Wednesdays are usually like MAC or FB or FCS or something. There's usually something every night of the week.
Right.
I think last night was Wednesday, wasn't it? Today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. Last night
I did say that in the opening, John.
Oh, okay.
John doesn't listen.
I was trying to turn my Thursday night football game on my phone while you were speaking.
Fantastic.
Because I know you guys tune me out whenever I talk, so I figured I'll just return the favor.
No,
you hear what I say. You hear what I say the next day.
What did you say?
Everyone's engaged with you, John. Your head doesn't look as shiny tonight. You're doing wonderful.
Yeah, I put the light on in front of me instead of behind me.
Fantastic.
So I think that made a difference.
Freaking-tastic. Oh man. Well, hey, we should talk because we skipped this last time. So since like we're the experts here and we talk sports and we do things, apparently we are not the experts in fantasy football in our league, as all of us took one on the chin last week. And ironically enough, out of the three of us, John scored the most points. And I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe Yahoo's onto something. This could be terrible. This is going to be a terribly long season. But then, like, I look back and, like, not making excuses, but, like, Xavier Worthy scored 0 points because he got hurt. Like, Dak scores 6 points. Like, I'm not sure that those two are going to correlate all the time. So I'm not I didn't make any pickups. Like, I'm not concerned. What about you, Mike? Like, are you ready to
Well, AJ Brown scored 1.8 points for me. I was sad. So, for me, that was the biggest issue. But I don't know. My quarterback situation is kind of crappy. But other than that, I think the team's solid altogether.
Yes, you'll have opportunities to pick up quarterbacks. Somebody will get dumb. They're going to drop somebody, Mike. Just scour those waiver wires for the backup quarterbacks. And don't worry, Cam Ward's not that bad. He might be that bad again this weekend, but it won't last very long.
Give him some time, Jason. Let the man cook a little bit, as they say. I think so my question for you, you're my fantasy expert, so I go fantasy football expert. So I want to go to you in relationship to waiver wire claims on week 2. Like what who's out there? What are the big names, but what are some things that you're looking at for week 2?
This is the first year that I did not jump to the waiver wire and make any moves because I felt so confident in. So there's 2 parts. I felt very confident in the drafts that I had, but / injured player like Worthy. I mean, the no reports. Like, I don't know when he's playing. Is he playing this week? Is he not? So it's hard to really drop anyone yet. So the only moves I really made were just the defense and kicker. But the popular waiver wires were like everyone's going after Quentin Johnson. And then who's a fan and was the big tight end this week. I didn't see too many. I was surprised that the leagues that I'm in, maybe everyone's just getting smarter and I'm surprising me for some reason, but they didn't jump for him yet. And I wouldn't have jumped for him yet because there's always that one player 1 week that just goes crazy, right? And I think there could be some potential there, right? So those are the 2. I'm probably missing somebody here. Oh gosh.
Well, what about the Tank Bigsby trade to Philly? Is that a Tootin waiting to happen? I just like his name because something I'm very familiar with.
Yeah, Jesus. So as far as Bigsby goes, you can get rid of him. His fantasy stock is done probably, unless Saquon. Now, if Saquon gets hurt, maybe he's back into the talk, depending on how hurt Shipley is. I know he has hurt ribs. But as far as the running back situation in Jacksonville, I drafted Tootin in a league, but I'm not so sure. I still haven't gone out and picked him up in some leagues yet because there's still 1.5 guys in front of him. So, you have ETN still there, and he looked real good week 1, and they may be committing to him. If I had him, I would look to trade him, by the way. Hint, hint. I know you have him. So I would sell high, and that could bite me, and it could bite you if you do it. But he's still relatively young. Like, he gets a bad rap for this. So I'd wait and see as Lawrence plays better. And then they have another guy in front of them. Oh, I can't remember his name, but I have him in Dynasty. Oh, LaQuinton Allen. I just wouldn't go and pick him up in redraft yet. But I'm not dropping Tootin in the league that I have him because I do think he'll be a factor at some point because I'm not a real big believer on ETN, but you got to go with what the facts were. He had a really good week. So those are the guys I saw.
Darn Tootin, he's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And then the other thing is you just called somebody half a man. I can't remember which guy you called half a man, but
they're sharing themselves. No, I called LaQuinton Allen half a guy. I did. But I don't mean any disrespect. He's probably a good football player, but it's just like trying to navigate coaching staffs and everything is so ridiculous. Like, it's like soon you're going to see like Hunter taking snaps in the backfield. Like, something's going to happen. Like, I just can't. I don't know. So I made a deal with myself that I would not go crazy, except I do have another league that's a super flex league, and it's a redraft super flex league. And I drafted Lamar Jackson. I had the second pick, and I took Lamar Jackson. So I took a different strategy than I did in the first super flex league. I played hero quarterback, and I got Lamar Jackson. And then once about the 14 or so quarterbacks were off the board, I took my second quarterback. In between, I loaded up with receivers and running back, and ended up with A-Chain and Nico. Was it Nico? I don't remember. One of the top receivers out there. But I also had Worthy in that league. But then my second and third quarterbacks were Herbert and Cam Ward. And thinking that I wouldn't play Cam Ward all year unless something goes crazy or Herbert gets hurt or Lamar gets hurt. Well, then I just decided to put a waiver claim in for like $19. We have 100 for $19 for Jackson Dart, because I think Jackson Dart, after what I saw happen in New York last week, I think Jackson Dart's 2 to 3 weeks away from being the starter. And that's a lottery ticket I wouldn't mind having. So that's it. I mean, John, what about you? Like, are you nervous? You happy? You excited? I see smiles.
Well, I'm looking at Dave Merritt's team that I'm playing this week, and I'm feeling pretty confident. If last week I had followed my gut and played Kyler Murray instead of Nix, I would have won. So I moved Kyler Murray. He's playing the Panthers defense, and Nix is playing the Colts. So I put Murray in, and of course this week, you know what's going to happen, right? Murray's gonna poop a donut out, and Nix is gonna throw for 5 touchdowns, 400 yards, and he's gonna run for a score too, and he's gonna have like 40 points. But yeah,
as long as they all go to Cortland Sutton, John, that's all that matters.
Right. John, if it makes you feel better, I have Kyler Murray ranked about 5 spots ahead of Bo Nix this week, and I like Bo Nix. But I want to see what Indianapolis has. Something there is kind of interesting to me. They seem very fast on the defensive side, which I didn't expect to happen. Kyler has Carolina, and they look like a bunch of poopy. So Kyler this week for the rest of the season, I still like Bo Nix, but that could change. You never know. But yeah, good move there, John. I would have, just so you know, I also would have played Bo Nix last week like you did. So don't feel so bad. Again, week 1, hopefully we can toss it out. Not a big deal. Yes, Michael.
Just like the Ravens.
Let's talking about tonight's game real quick, since
Mhm.
we're just talking about fantasy football. Put my little FanDuel parlay in for tonight. I've got Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown, Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown, Green Bay by 3 at home, and Jaden Daniels with 50 rushing yards is the one that's the kind of the linchpin there on the more money on the parlay. But that was my parlay tonight. Jason, what are your thoughts on that bad boy?
We just had this talk before we got on how I hate spreads and how I don't seem to ever do well. I actually like the Washington Red Commanders. I like them. See how I did that? You like that? See, I'm protecting myself.
Do you like them to cover or to win tonight?
I like them to win.
Really?
But you could have very easily
the game?
Yeah. The game. I mean, I don't know what they do after the game, but sure. No, I do. I think that Green Bay is banged up in some spots offensively that might get exposed.
They just lost another receiver.
Right.
They just lost another receiver.
During the game or before the game?
Yes. Yeah, no, Love threw a touch number 10. So Love threw a touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone that got called back. And was it number 10 or number 14? I'm sorry, I just saw, but one of the receivers went down and he's in the blue tent.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah, see, not the blue tent.
Yes. Blue tent of death. It's like that computer screen that comes up and you're like totally screwed. Yes. That's what it is. Blue tent of death.
Stay out of the tent. Don't go in there.
I like all your other bets a lot, but
okay.
But again, I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, and Green Bay could win. I don't know if they'll win by 3. The Red Commanders aren't bad. I think that they can do some things up there, and they're only going to get better once McLaurin gets back on the field more, and since he was holding out and all that crap. So that's pretty much all I got as far as that nonsense goes. I guess what do you guys want to do next? Do we want to do the O's or we want to pick our NFL games first?
Let's go do our NFL games next.
You want to do the NFL games first? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Keep it all in the same family of networks.
Normally, as you all know, we like to pick the outcome of the Orioles' upcoming series and how they're going to do. And then whoever wins, usually there's a punishment involved of some sort. I'm pretty sure we have all won at some point. Did John win? I think you tied with Mike to make me be punished or something. I don't remember. But all right. But instead, this week, we are going to go through the NFL schedule pretty quickly, and we're going to give our predictions on who's going to win those games. So let me just pull up my schedule, if you will, like the British people say. All right. Good. You feel free to talk, guys. You know, I'm just kidding. Hold on.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt your thought process of the schedule.
Okay. John, the Commanders visit the Packers right now. Who would you like to win that game?
I would like the Red Stockings, the Redskins, the Red Commanders.
Yeah, you can't say that. You can say
football
Red
team. The Washington football team.
Okay. And for you, Miguel, you got to go.
Packers by 3. They're going to push, and I'm going to lose that stupid bet.
Yeah, you are. I'm going to go with the Red fellas. Red Commanders. All right. Then we have the Patriots visiting the Miamians down here in Florida. So, Mike, you can go first this time. What do you think?
Yeah. Apple bottom jeans and the furry boots.
Mm-hmm.
I like Florida. Give me Miami.
Okay. John, would you like to go?
I was going to say the fish because I don't think they're going to lay 2 eggs in a row. I don't think Tua is going to play badly 2 weeks in a row. Plus, I need Tyreek to score some points this week.
Understandable. I'm going to go with the Pats because I think the Dolphins are hot garbage. And I do think that the Pats make things a little interesting this year. I don't think they're a playoff team necessarily, but they make things interesting. Mike?
Yeah, John, just real quick. I just want to make sure everyone's not confused. dolphins are a mammal. I know you called them a fish, and mammals don't lay eggs. So if you're talking about laying an egg, I just wanted to make sure that we're all on the same, same wavelength there.
Great,
Did you
Mike.
guys
Thank
know
you.
that? Did you guys know that the dolphin is the only thing besides the humans that do the dirty for fun? Did you guys? Know
Yes,
that?
I did know that.
Yeah. You guys want to? I'll give you right now. I'll give you cash money if you tell me which one of my friends told me that one. Come on, just make a guess, Mike. I think you know the
Oh,
answer.
it's got to be Andy.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Andrew Chalk. 100%.
I would have guessed one of those guys.
Absolutely. Fantastic. I didn't even look it up. I just believed him. I'm like, oh yeah.
The fact that occupies your mind, like that thought has now taken the place of something that matters in your brain, just makes me laugh.
Oh, I'm so glad it's now like that in my brain because it couldn't. Whatever's in there don't matter no more. We've moved on. All right. So this next game to me is actually going to be a lot closer, I think, than people are going to give it credit to, even though I just poo-pooed on the Giants quarterback. But the Giants and the Cowboys in Dallas, I'm going to take Dallas in what I think is going to be a closer game than everybody thinks, mainly because I do think the Giants do have something on defense. Their offense is not very good, but I don't think Dallas's defense is that good either. I think what you saw in Philadelphia was them getting up for the first game. So I'm going to take Dallas in a close game. Mike, you want to go?
Yeah, Dallas. I think I was surprised how well they played against the Eagles in opening week. And I'm going to say they're for real until I see otherwise.
Right. John?
I will take Dallas as well. The injury was Packers number 11.
Is that Wicks? It might
be Jalen Reed.
Oh, he was already hurt. Yeah.
Well, no, that they were all on the injured list because I just looked up the Packers injured list, and they had 3 wide receivers as questionable or probable this week. So that was Reed out of Michigan State. I think it's a shoulder. It looks like a separated shoulder or a dislocated elbow or something like that.
Oh God. All right. Well, the next game, the Bengals and the Jaguars. John?
I will take the Bengals in this one.
Okay. Mike?
Yep, Cincinnati.
I will make it a clean sweep. I am intrigued by Jacksonville this year, but the Bengals are going to scare me. They're going to scare me. And then the next one, the Bears visit the Lions. The offensive coordinator from last year visiting his old team. Mike, do you have a prediction for this game?
There will be a lot of mammals on the field with Bears and Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Lions. The Lions get back off the carpet here, and they're a little upset after last week's loss in Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Chicago, the way they were playing, they were going to run through Minnesota, but they did not. I agree with Mike. I do think that the Lions get off the schneid and they win that game. What about you, John?
I agree. I think the Lions are a lot better team than what came out on the field last Sunday. So I'm going to go Lions.
Well, so this next game in New Orleans, San Francisco, New Orleans, I thought was going to be, when you first look at the schedule, it'd be like pretty decent game. This is going to be a poopy fest, I think, without Purdy in there. And I mean, anyone that has to watch Rattler play quarterback, I'm so sorry for your life. So I am going to go with the 49ers. I don't feel 100% confident about it, but I am going to go with the Niners. What about you, Mike?
I drafted Rattler in that Dynasty League that year he came out of the draft. I was like, I'm going to hold on to this guy. I'm going to hold on to this. I did not hold on to that guy anymore. He's gone. You know what? I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think because of the Niners injuries. And I wouldn't be shocked if the New Orleans won the game at home just from home field advantage because you said Kittle's banged up too, right, Jason?
Oh, Kittle's on the IR.
He's on the IR. He's out.
You got no Kittle. You got no Purdy. I mean, give me the Niners, but not whatever. Maybe.
I think they squeaked by. I mean, I think Mac Jones you're finally going to see the quarterback that he wanted instead of taking Trey Lance. Apparently, that's what everybody says. John, what about you?
I'm going to go with the Saints
Oh, look at you. I give you all the credit in the world, John.
because I see the 49ers injury report, and without Kittle, without Purdy, McCaffrey's not 100% healthy. They don't have some of the other pieces from last year. So I'm going to just break the trend here because we've all been agreeing too much. So somebody's got to go the opposite direction in order to win.
Okay.
Because ties are like kissing your sister.
Fair enough. Okay. So let's see. So the next one is the Bills visiting the Jets. I do think that this game is going to be closer as well. I'm going to take the Bills because the Jets are the Jets. And part of me thinks like with Fields last week it was like everyone's Super Bowl emotionally for the quarterbacks going against each other. So I'm just going to take the Bills here. And that's really all I got to say about it. What about you, John?
Same. It's the Jets. Mike? I mean, there's nothing else to say.
I think the Jets cover, but I think the Bills win. I think the Bills coming off an emotional high and a win, against Baltimore last week. I think they probably have a little bit of a letdown. They're on the road, right, Jason, at New York?
Yes.
I think they might not play as well as they did this past weekend offensively, and I think it's kind of a slugfest that they win.
Okay.
So
and
Bills.
The next one, the Seahawks visit the Steelers. Mike, your thoughts?
Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh at home with that defense. And if Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns last week and he's just kind of getting used to the offense, I think they're gonna roll in this one.
John?
Same.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I have backed the Steelers in a lot of different places this year. I think the Seahawks defense is really good. And I think after last week, they might have figured some things out on as long as Darnold isn't as bad as everyone thinks he's going to be, which I don't think he is. I'm pretty high on the Seahawks defense. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Going across country and winning on the road. Next is the Rams visiting the Titans. And I'm just going to take the Rams because the Titans aren't very good. Mike?
I'll do the same.
Seems logical to me. Let's do that.
All right. And the Panthers visiting the Cardinals. I do think this will be another close game. The Panthers are going to win some games. I don't think it's going to be this week, though. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals to start off 2-0. John?
I'll go with the Cardinals as well. I got Kyler Murray on the fantasy this week, so he's got to come out.
Mike?
I mean, I think if you lock a Panther in a cage with a Cardinal, that's going to be an issue for a Cardinal. But on the football field, give me the Cardinals.
Fabulous. All right. And Denver visiting Indy. I'm going to go ahead and take Denver. I do think Denver's pretty good. I think that if everything goes well, they have a shot at winning that division, depending on the other teams. So I'm going to go with the Broncos. Mike?
Yeah, give me Denver. I think we find out the real Daniel Jones makes an appearance again this week against a really good Denver defense.
John?
I'm gonna say Denver as well. I think as I've done the research on Denver, and the pundits have also, a lot of them have said, Denver's the team to watch for in this division that could seriously give the Chiefs a run for their money. And I think Bo Nix is going to play a lot better this week, and they're going to take down Indy.
Fantastic. All right, and the next one is Philadelphia and visiting Kansas City. I'm going to say that the Eagles hand the Chiefs their second loss. I think there's too much uncertainty there. I think it'll be close as always, and I mean I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Chiefs win, but I'm going to go Eagles win this one. What about you, Mike?
This is a tough one for me, but I feel like the same way I felt with Brady and Belichick, whenever I bet against them, they always freaking win at home. So I'm just going to stick with the home team and take Kansas City and obviously a little bit of a revenge game, kind of like the Ravens had this past weekend against the Eagles. So give me Mahomes and Reed and Kelsey and all those jerks I hate.
And Taylor Swift. Cool. Okay. What about you, John?
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Nice.
I
Welcome.
think that Kansas City is gonna miss both of their wide receivers, and I think Kelsey is on the downward trend in his career. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Fabulous.
100%.
And
It's
there
a great
are
rock band too. Hotel California, Take It Easy, Take It to the Limit. Lots of great songs from the Eagles.
well done. Okay. Sunday night football. The Falcons visit the Vikings.
Who cares?
Oh, okay.
John,
I love it.
aren't you the Minnesota guy? Isn't that you?
I
I don't know.
I lived
You
in
got some
Minnesota
roots
for
there or something, right?
13 years. That was too long.
Okay. We got to speed these up, guys. We got a lot to cover tonight. So, Falcons or Vikings, John?
Vikings.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Vikings are going to win as well, even though they started off slow last time. Mike?
Where are they? Are they in Minnesota?
Yeah, they're in Minnesota.
Gosh, I want to take the Falcons to cover, but I give me the Falcons. Let's go ahead. We'll fly up there and see.
switch things
They're going to
up,
fly
Mike.
up there from Atlanta. It's a lot colder up in Minnesota. Hopefully their wings still flap because we need them to win.
Perfect. Okay, there's 2 Monday night football games. The first one, Buccaneers visit the Texans. John, thoughts?
I'll take Bayfield. I'll take Bayfield. I'll take Mayfield and the Buccaneers.
Okay. Mike?
Give me Houston.
Ooh, rebound. I'm also going to go with Houston. I'm not convinced. I think the Bucs won because of who they were playing last week. I think that's what happened. I don't think they looked very good to start. The Texans do need to win to start things off, especially with the Colts winning week 1. Second game on the night, Chargers visit the Raiders. John, do you have a thought here?
Chargers, 100%.
Mike?
I think it's a close game. I think the Chargers eke one out.
I'm going to go with the Chargers as well. I think they looked really good the other night against Kansas City. And okay, so that brings us to the home boys game, hometown team, the Ravens and the Browns. I don't think the Browns are a good football team. That means, though, that the Ravens tend to play down to their competition and play up to their competition. I hope they don't do that, but I'm going to go with the Ravens beating the Browns. John?
Yep, me as well.
Okay. And Mike?
I mean, if they don't win this week, I mean, sports talk is already ridiculous up here in Baltimore, boys. I don't know if you listen to it down in Florida, but John Harbaugh is on the hottest seat you've ever heard of in your entire life up here. But I think the Ravens win. They have a hard time covering in these games, Jason. So I would maybe think about the Browns and the points, but I think the Ravens win the game.
So is this an actual hot seat, or is this a radio station says it's a hot seat and you'll have to listen to me if you want to listen to sports talk radio?
That's the question. So I think it's fans. It's the fans. They're calling in and some of the, we have some negative radio hosts. I don't know if you've heard some of them on the air.
No.
That aren't always enamored with the Ravens like we fans are, but and don't always respect the fact that the Ravens have been a winning franchise for a long, long time. Under John Harbaugh in particular. But there are some trends that are obviously a little bit disappointing with John Harbaugh and the fact that, they lose all these leads. But I think a lot of teams in this league would love to have as many late game double-digit leads that the Ravens have, week in and week out, which makes it easier to blow those leads. But obviously they need to make some adjustments in those games. Is that coaching? A little bit. But, you also have players on the field who are capable of making dynamic plays to close out games. Think about the Ravens of old we used to watch, even when their offense sucked, right? The defense would always close out those games. So I think it's just a matter of finding a way to close out games. And I think a little bit falls on the coach, but a lot of it falls on the players as well.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that stat of 17 blown leads in the fourth quarter or the second half, of games, I mean, it is alarming. It is something that you should be paying attention to. However, I mean, there's so many factors that go into it. just like last year with Mark Andrews, you can't just point your finger for one person. So I'm not willing to throw the coach under the bus just yet, but check back with me in a few weeks. Be careful what you ask for, Baltimore. That's all I say. Be careful what you wish for. Okay, so to start off, let's talk about the O's a little bit. And again, we're going to go through this segment somewhat quickly so that we're not dragging through too much because we want to cover a bunch tonight. But the O's on a 3-game winning streak started right out from where they did last time. So last week they were 5-1, and this week they're 3-0. So, and my math is correct. 5 plus 3 is 8 minus 1. So 8-1 in their last 9 games, not bad. And pretty impressive, actually. And a lot of those wins are all coming from walk-offs, John.
Oh, absolutely. And you look at what our pitching staff has done. I mean, our offense, granted, last night you were hitting against Skeens, which is not an easy task. But, look at our pitching staff, though. They've kept us in the ball games. The starters have gone deeper into the games, and that bullpen, missing, basically 3 legs of a 3-legged stool, and they're just kind of balancing there in midair. They're not having to do a heck of a lot except just keep runners off base, keep it going, and waiting for the offense to finally come through. So, like we talked about all year long as the starting pitching, but now it seems as we've gotten some of these arms back who haven't pitched in a year plus, it's looking like we're on the uphill. And granted, we're playing the Pirates, the cellar dwellers of the NL Central, but you're also playing probably, in my mind, the best pitcher in baseball, and you have to duel him 1-to-1, and that's not bad.
Well, the Pirates pitching staff, just in general, isn't the worst pitching staff in baseball. They've got a couple pieces on that team that could be very, very good going down. I mean, I think with their future, I mean, it could look very bright if they're willing to spend some money on some bats, if they're doing the right things, which their position group is just not very good. But Mike, what I wanted to ask you was, Bradish went 7 innings again, or for the first time this year. He looked great. You mentioned a couple weeks ago, Bradish and Rogers. I mean, holy heck. I mean, starting off, it'd be great to fast forward to the playoffs and say, okay, you face those guys in your first, second game. I don't know, Mike. For me, hope springs eternal starting there.
I mean, what a great place to start, especially if you talked about at the beginning of the year. Obviously, there was no Bradish. The outlook was Bradish was gravy, right? We weren't sure what was going to happen with him, if his injury recovery process would take the entire season or if he would come back, and he has at the end of August. And I think it's best case scenario that he's here and pitching and getting an opportunity to pitch this season and kind of run out the games and kind of get comfortable back in the rotation so that next season he can kind of hit the ground running. I think that's super important for him. Tyler Wells, we talked about, not sure if he's going to be in the rotation as a long-term solution, but having him pitch, and obviously just Trevor Rogers start after start has been outstanding. So if you have some pieces there, you can build around. If we were talking May, we were scratching our heads trying to figure out if there was one piece that we could build around in our rotation. We didn't really have anything. So I feel confident and comfortable. If you look at the scores, I mean, the 3 Pittsburgh games, we win 3-2, 2-1, and 3-2. We didn't score more than 4 runs in any of those games, 4 or more runs in any of those games, and we won all 3 of those games. We score 3, 2, and 3 earlier this year. We're getting beat probably 7-3, 8-2, and 10-3, the way that our defense and pitching was. So I think you have to give the Orioles a little bit of credit for cleaning some things up, especially defensively and on the base paths. And then obviously with the pitching, I think they've gotten much, much better. And they aren't playing with a full deck as far as the lineup is concerned. And there are guys who are performing really well, like Dylan Beavers is performing, particularly well. And you have Jeremiah Jackson is performing particularly well. So some guys who are unexpectedly stepping up in the lineup, which is very encouraging. So, had you asked me that we would see this lineup in September, in April, I'd be like, oh, we're in trouble. And we still are in trouble, obviously, but they're playing really well.
Yeah. And again, if they finish the season off on decent note of spark. I mean, they're playing, since June, I think they're playing like above playoff type baseball right now. So if they can just end it on a hot streak and see what happens, the Connor at Locked On Orioles, he had mentioned he had his little pickups on who he thought they were going to pick up. I don't like his list. He doesn't think they're going out and getting the big bat that I really want. Doesn't see the need there. Thinks they'll get a bat, but he doesn't think it'll be one of the big boys. And to me, that's disheartening. Kind of ripped my heart out. As far as pitching, I didn't really hear any crazy people on that list either. Bullpen building as well.
Who did he say, Jason, that we were going to go after as far as bats?
So I'd have to pull it back up. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was like he's convinced it's like a Ramon Laureano type. And it's, I can't remember who it was. Yeah, she would put me on the spot.
Sorry, buddy, but not like major bats. No Alonso, no Schwarber.
No, he actually pointed out that he would love to see that. He does not think the Orioles are going to do it. Which brings me to my next. Well, I researched this. I'm going to bring this up. Just when I couldn't be any more confused by some of the things the Orioles do, you guys said, John, you sent me this piece of information earlier that apparently before the season started, there was a promotion given to Mike Elias that he's the president of baseball operations and not just general manager, which I thought he already held that title, but I guess not. So apparently he is in charge in the offseason and bringing in a general manager to serve under him. I already thought that's what he's doing. So somebody explain this to me, please.
Yeah, like when I was reading this and I was like, this has to be like a Babylon Bee or something like of sports. This couldn't be true. And then I saw it from 105.7 The Fan and I'm like, where are they getting this? And then like when you put it in Google, it popped up on like everything from ESPN to CBS to MLB to, some of these obscure blog sites. So, everybody was getting the information besides us. That's the one thing we need to work on, guys. We need to get somebody on the inside. We don't have anybody on the inside. So we get this second and third and fourth hand information. But this is just kind of like they did it hush hush before the season started. So they haven't really had a straight GM for the whole season. And then are they going to hire somebody? Are they going to promote from within, and then they got to do a manager search, and then we need a bat, and we need an arm, and we need a leg, and we need a foot. I mean, what this body of Baltimore Orioles organization, what is running it or keeping it together?
There's a half a person that Jason found down in Jacksonville. So if we need,
Correct.
It might be a foot and an arm. So if we can get that guy up here, he might be able to help us out. And the news that I found, John, I had seen it earlier today too. It was from X, and Britt Giroli had tweeted that the Orioles quietly promoted Mike Elias to president this winter. The team is starting a search for a GM under him now, sources tell me, and at Ken Rosenthal. So it sounds like, I don't know. Is this something, Jason, my question to you is this something that, maybe the owner decided that, hey, we need to bring him up a level so that we can get somebody in there to kind of help him out and kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's not really good at all the things, and maybe we need to find somebody who's good at some of these other things he's not so great at? Or is this just, hey, you're in charge, you have a raise because we trust you even more? Or what is the process here?
Yeah, that is a very good question. So that's but then why wasn't it done? Like what's the drag out? Are they just waiting until the off season where there's more candidates to choose from? I would assume that it's somebody he's already familiar with if he does it. And I do wonder, Mike, if it's somebody to operate at the major league level primarily and to try to acquire players that are major league, deal with free agents, and allow him to continue to grow the organization as a whole, especially on what he loves to do, which is scouting and dealing in the minor leagues mainly. So, it's like a glorified minor league coordinator, but the best in baseball at it, I guess. So I wonder if that's what it is. Somebody to come in and kind of put that attention towards that and also help with the managerial search. I mean, I really hope that he is part of the managerial search and it's not the manager chooses a GM like Buck did years ago. So I don't know, Mike. It's real. Like, it doesn't surprise me. I thought when the Angeloses were gone, we would stop doing things ass backwards, but apparently we're just doing it still. So I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it were in an ideal world, Jason, he has reflected and realized that he is really good at drafting and really good at player development, but he's not so great at making a major league team come together at that level. And if he is as smart as we think he is, maybe he realized the fact that he has some flaws and that he needs to bring somebody in to help him out. Like, I coach soccer, right? I feel like I'm really good fundamentally with the kids. I can get them moving. I can get them passing the ball and kind of doing that. But like when it comes to the specific X's and O's and the formation and things like that, I have some limitations. So I brought coaches on staff to help me that have experience at that level with those types of issues. And so I think if you are humble enough to realize that you aren't great at everything and you need help in certain areas, I think that's just even smarter of him to do that. If that in fact is the reason why. Now we just don't know if that's the reason why, or maybe he just thinks he is the smartest guy in the room and they're just popping him up a level. I don't know.
I 100% think he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. And maybe that's what the ownership and others, Cal Ripken, hinted at, that maybe they need to bring somebody else in to do that, but we will make it look like he's God's gift to baseball by giving him a raise. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I did find who Connor thinks that the Orioles may go after. It's not fun. It's the John Lansgrainer version of the free agent wish list. Harrison Bader.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Who to me actually, look, if they bring in Harrison Bader, awesome. But that needs to not be the only hitter you bring in. But look, there's more.
I heard he's a master, Jason.
Oh, God. Worse. Rob Refsnyder.
Oh,
I'll let that marinate for you.
How long has he been in the league? Good God.
He is 34 years old. Oh, God. I forgot about the other one. Austin Slater.
What? Again?
Yeah, these were his Ramon Laureano types because he was pretty much like, they're not going to go get a bat. They're set. And I'm like, they're not set. Cody Calvert's hitting John's weight. Okay. They're not set. Okay. I'm like, goodness gracious. And, but now the pitchers, he thinks that they can make a move for like Michael King, who intrigues the crap out of me. Dylan Cease, I'm less intrigued. And I think he's going to get so much money that I don't know if I want to risk it like that. And then like in the bullpen, who was it? Hoffman again, I guess, could opt out or something. But no, he was using him as a comparison. But Devin Williams, maybe
I like Devin Williams. I like that a lot.
So something's going on with him, right? He hasn't been the same pitcher. I'm wondering, number one, he came off that injury, rushed right into everything last year, then got traded because they were treating him like crap out there, just like they did Corbin Burns. They can't wait to get out of Milwaukee. But I wonder if they see something that they can fix if they bring him in, because he was lights out, man, up till he got hurt. So that would be my target if you're going to get a back end of the bullpen type guy. Yeah, I mean that's it. I
like Devin Williams, Jason. I like that a lot because, I mean, if you look at Aroldis Chapman this year, look what he's doing, man. Like, and I think he's older, much older, right, than Devin Williams. Isn't Williams around 30? Whereas I don't know what Williams is, but I think for a guy who has had that kind of a success, a track record in Milwaukee of such success, clearly he knows how to pitch, and and it's hard to play in New York, right? How many guys have you seen go to New York and just flounder in that scenario where the newspaper's always in your face and there's extra pressure and, added media and all that kind of stuff. So maybe he's just a guy that doesn't thrive in that environment. So I'm willing to, he's 30, right? I'm willing to give that guy a chance here in Baltimore on a bounce back. Like, I like that way better than the Kimbrel signing previously. I think it's a much better version of that.
For sure. Absolutely. Okay. So Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I'm curious. Any information you guys hear, feel free to post on our Facebook page, link any articles to us, because this was very Oreo like, and I would like them to be un-Oreo like. Like, do things differently. Like, what the hell? Like, give me a break. Give me a break.
You don't like the super secret handshake and the
I don't mind it, but it happened in the beginning of the year. Like, oh my goodness. I get it. There's got to be reasons. I like to think that there's reasons for everything. So maybe there's some sort of strategery behind it, if you will. Okay. Next, we're going to do our ballpark figures. And John assured Mike and I that he has a super awesome, fun, great list for us to do.
Yes, I do. I have a very
top
fun
10
list.
coaches of the 1990s.
Yes.
I'm
No,
resigning.
it is the top 10 all-time non-offensive touchdown leaders.
Fantastic.
There is a
So it could
I'll
be
just
special
leave it.
teams or defense, is what you're saying.
special teams or defense. So it cannot be offensive touchdowns.
Okay, Mike. So wait.
So
they're
let me preface this by saying there are 4 individuals who own their own spot, and then 6 who own the 5th spot.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So there's 10, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 6 guys in number 5.
What about Devin Hester, Jason?
Yeah.
Devin Hester is number 1, former Raven.
I'm going to say, Mike, what about Ed Reed?
He scored a lot of touchdowns.
John?
Yes, Ed Reed is tied for 5th on this list with 13. Devin Hester had 20.
Wow.
Okay. So he had 20 on the special team side.
Well, what are some other kickers? What about Jacoby Jones? I wonder how many he had.
Or who was that kick returner in Kansas City for those years?
Oh, Hall.
Is it Dante Hall or is it
D'Angelo or Dante? It's one of them.
Dante,
Whatever the Hall was.
Dante
Is he
Hall
on
was
the
a
list?
kick returner. D'Angelo Hall, I think, was a running back.
Yeah,
No, I thought
think he was a
D'Angelo Hall was a
defensive back.
corner. Yeah,
He was a
corner.
defensive
Okay,
back.
but no, he's number 11 on this list.
Oh, poop on you, John. I can't even be mad at him. It's not his fault. Okay, who else did? Who did the scoring?
Okay,
Of the touch
there's
goals?
2 more Ravens. I'm going to give you a hint. There's 2 Ravens on this list.
You think it's Jacoby or you think it's another defensive player?
I don't think it's. Ray Lewis. You don't think it's Ray Lewis, did he?
It has to be a
lot.
No.
No,
not
he's got a lot of
McAllister.
interceptions. Ray Lewis has a good amount of interceptions. I just don't know if he has a lot of pick sixes.
Yeah, that's where I'm thinking.
Okay, so Jacoby though, was he here long enough to rack up that many?
I mean, he was in Houston and had a ton in Houston.
So let me tell you this.
Oh yeah.
Right, Ed Reed was 13. Is tied for 5th with 13. Devin Hester has 20.
Okay.
So Jacoby would have to have 13 if he's on this list, at least.
That's a lot, Mike.
That's a
Yeah, I
lot.
don't know.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. The guy on this list who played the least amount of years is 11. Everyone played above 11 years in the league.
Who are we forgetting?
It's got to be
There's
some
two
safeties.
Ravens. 2 Ravens.
What about Palomalu? Do you think he's got enough?
I don't remember him scoring a lot of touchdowns, but I like it. Let's go with Palomalo.
Nah.
No, I do not see him. And actually, this is funny. You guys you said Dante Hall and D'Angelo Hall. D'Angelo Hall is tied for 18th with 10.
Really? So it could be
Yeah.
a corner, Jason. I mean,
McAllister?
McAllister is the one that comes to mind to me, but I don't. That seems like a lot. 13.
13 touchdowns?
Yes. Yes.
How
Okay.
about somebody who was special teams also? I don't know.
I mean, Jermaine Lewis.
You guys are missing like probably one very, very obvious one. And then the other ones are all kind of two guys share the same last name.
How about Deion Sanders, Jason?
Sure.
Yes, Deion Sanders, number 2 on this list with 19. So you have one Raven.
Wait, well, that was Dion. He was a Raven.
Right,
He was one
right,
of
but
them.
you have another Raven.
That we
There's
haven't
another
guessed
Raven
yet.
yes, you haven't guessed yet. There's a Buck, a Eagle.
Oh, what about Rob Woodson, Mike?
Oh, Rob Woodson's a good one. I like that
Yeah,
one.
Rob Woodson.
Yes, Rod Woodson is number 3 with 17.
Stupid.
What about
Jason.
Charles Woodson, Jason? You think he's on there?
Yes.
Charles Woodson is tied for 5th with 13.
Yeah, he is. Now we're cooking, Mike.
Yeah, we're starting to heat up.
How many
We're on a
more we
heater.
need?
1, 2.
What about Ronnie
3,
Lott?
Yeah,
Not
5.
enough? Maybe
Yeah,
not.
5.
I like Ronnie Lott, but he played that beat you up position safety.
I
but
know.
like,
That's why I worry about did he get enough?
trying to get a reaction out
There's
of
a
John.
guy who was on the Cardinals, and then another guy who's on the Packers, Eagle, and then there's a guy who's on the Eagles, a guy who's on Tampa Bay, and a guy that I don't know.
Oh, well, the twin, Mike, the barber boy.
Oh,
Rondé?
Rondé?
Yes, Rondé Barber is number 4.
Okay, we got him. And that was our Tampa Bay fella. You said there was somebody in the Green Bay.
Green Bay, the Cardinals, and
But he played somewhere else. The one in Green Bay played somewhere else
yes,
too, right?
yeah, he played for
Darren-
3 teams.
Is it Darren Sharper?
Yes, Darren Sharper is tied for 5th with 13.
He's also
It's
in
not.
prison.
It's not Aeneas Williams, is it? He was a Cardinal or
Ooh. So the name that came to my list, I'm not so sure, is it was Tillman, but I don't think he played long enough for them.
He did. He only
Yeah.
played 4 years in the league.
Yeah. So Aeneas Williams.
John?
Yes, Aeneas Williams is tied for 5th with 13.
So,
So
what
you're
we
missing an Eagle and then an old guy who played.
Dawkins, Mike.
Brian Dawkins?
Yeah. But that would you
No.
think? No.
He's the hitting kind of safety.
Okay, so we won't guess him.
Herm Edwards doesn't have enough, does he? I don't know. No, who else would it be? Is it Eagle? Is the Eagle a defender or a special teamer?
Are there any
Neither.
special?
Or he's a returner. He played for
Yeah.
the Redskins, the Eagles, and the Giants.
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
right.
What's his name?
It's not Meggett, is it?
No, he played for
Meggett
the Patriots.
Or
No, it's a
Look,
newer guy. He's
Not,
more recent.
1990 through 2003.
oh,
I can picture the guy. I'm trying to think
not
of his
Brian
name. So,
Mitchell, is it?
John, give me the teams again.
Eagles, Giants, and Redskins.
It could be Brian Mitchell. I know he didn't play for the Giants, did he?
Might have.
I don't know.
Specialty? He's stupid.
He's a running. This guy was a running back and a special teamer.
I'm thinking of a shifty fella. I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
You said this guy's name
In this conversation or previous conversation?
in this conversation.
Is it Brian Mitchell?
Yes, it is Brian Mitchell. Then the last one I don't think you're going to get because I don't even know who this is. He's selected in the 7th round of the 70 NFL draft, and he played for the Bengals, the Redskins, and the Bills.
Is he a defensive player?
Yes. Yeah, his first name is spelled like this, is said like the Ravens quarterback. Spelled differently.
Lamar is his first name?
Yes. I had to Google
I
this
don't
guy because I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone that plays.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Okay, so Lamar Parrish.
Yeah, I wouldn't guess that.
So Devin Hester is 1 with 20. Dion is 2 with 19. Rod Woodson is 3 with 17. Rondé Barber is 4 with 14. Then Brian Mitchell, Lamar Parrish, Ed Reed, Darren Sharper, Aeneas Williams, and Charles Woodson are all tied for 5th with 13. Dante Hall, Ken Houston, Eric Metcalf tied for 11. Then I don't even know who these guys are. Lem Barney, Jack Christensen, and then Josh Cribbs, Leroy Irvin are tied for 14 with 11. Then D'Angelo Hall, Jack Rabbit Jenkins, and Ollie Matson. I don't even know who Ollie Matson is.
That's crazy.
8 with 10.
Fantastic.
I thought you guys would like that one because there's a lot
That
of
was a good
Ravens
one.
on
Good
this
job.
list. There's a lot of Ravens on this list.
Well done,
John,
John.
you did
Better
a
than
good
the- better
job
than the
this
one
time.
Thank you, guys. That's better than the list I texted you I was going to ask you about.
Oh, I would have walked right away. Okay, so
I figured.
did we? So for the next segment, though, did we talk enough about the Ravens in this game? Like, or do you guys really need to break it down anymore? Like,
No.
look, they can't.
Forget about it.
All I'm going to say is, like, obviously the Bills game. We were texting the whole time. I want to say I was surprised, but I just wasn't. Like, you could tell, like, I was trying not to be negative with my text messaging, but I was waiting. It's what I said in the pregame. I was waiting for the other shoe to fall. And it did. Like, stop it. Like, why is the best running back of our generation, the ball just shoots away and starts going the other way? Like, there's just always something weird, whether it's coaching or fumbling or penalty making. Like,
Missed extra points.
missed extra points. That's your boy. You're in charge of kicking this year. Remember, you mentioned it a million times in the offseason. So I hold you responsible for kicking. I just said, make your kicks. Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't kick anything. I kicked nothing. No, I actually almost kicked the sofa probably. I was actually very calm. I just want to report back. I didn't wake anybody in the family up. I quietly shimmied into bed, grumpily, and went to sleep. But I was not happy because is it possible that we are too efficient at offense, that we don't hold the ball long enough? Like, to me, like at least the Greg Roman offense, as horrible as it was to watch and unexciting, we held the ball and the other team just didn't have enough opportunities to score. We score so quickly when we get the ball. There is so much game left. And the other team look at the time of possession in this game. They had so much more possession. I think it was like, 35-25 or something like that. I mean, that's crazy. But I know it sounds ridiculous because it's so much fun to watch this team play and how quickly they can strike from anywhere on the field. But there is got to be something to be said about building big leads and scoring so quickly. And then I don't know if it's the defense getting back out there or just playing prevent defense too much, but something's off.
Did you guys see the stats with Jair Alexander on the field and Jair Alexander on the sideline? I think he was on the field for 29% of the plays, and the yards per play was almost 10. It was like 9.9 something. And then when he wasn't on the field, I believe it was like 4.4. So something was going on with him. And then he tackles the guy at the 10 and instead of letting him just jaunt into the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, you text us that, like, there's a strategy to that, right? But the play has to actually, like, develop. Like, it has to be, like, in front of you to allow that to happen, right? He had his back to the guy, he got beat, and then he tried to make a play by tackling the guy. It's a reaction, right? If the guy is running towards you or you're running sideways, then you have time to process the fact that, yep, let him score, we'll get the ball back. And if they're smart, they stop on the 1 yard line. So I get what you're saying, John. I just think for him, it was just a reactionary play. I don't hold that against him. I saw too much of his back the whole game. That's all I'm going to say. And that has to change. And this game should be a get right game. And if they can take care of everything and play like they did against Buffalo, I mean, they'll double up on Cleveland real quick. Like, they can't put up that many points. So I'm not concerned with that. There is some truth to what Mike said, but it's not that they're too efficient. It's that I feel like they took their foot off their throat when they should have just stepped on them again. Like, we talked about this, like the end arounds and why? Just keep doing what you're doing. Henry's killing it. We're opening up the field. Like, he's having all day to do this. They just get too cute sometimes. That's what I think it is.
Well, here's the other thing too. If you look at the Henry fumble, there was 23 seconds left on the play clock.
I know.
Like, why are you even snapping the ball with more than 5? Or why are you not just continuing to play football? Why are you, like you said, why are you
Now
getting
that's the
cute?
coaching, John. That's on coaching. That is 100% on the coach.
100%.
Yeah, why is Zay Flowers getting an end around handoff and then like taking a knee on the hashes? I did not was he just trying to remind himself not to run out of balance? I don't understand what that was.
Or he didn't want to get, or he thought he was going to get hurt, didn't want to fumble. That was the end of that. I'm just wondering. I don't know.
That was horrible.
Epic game. I'm ready. I've already put it behind me. I don't care. If it comes back to bite us later, we'll have to deal with it. But they have to take care of business this Sunday. I do think they will. I do expect it to be a snooze fest for a little bit, and then I do expect them to win pretty handily. At least that's my prediction. Okay, our last thing of the evening is we started a new game last week, so we're gonna kind of throw it back out there. I've made some changes to it, added some fun things. What did I call it? I called it Beat the Clock. Is that what I called it?
Hey Jason, hang on a sec. We need to let people know where they can find us.
Yes, it's on the bottom of the screen, John. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, John.
Well, but if you're driving on your way to work, I guess you already know where to find us.
Go ahead, John.
But you can find us. We'd love to hear from you guys. We're at dadbods, crab cakes, and sports at gmail.com. You can find us on all social media at dadbods, crab cakes, and sports. We're at crabcake_sports on the X, on the Twitter. We'll put things up there with announcements and other things. But follow us on all social media and on wherever you get your podcast, because that helps us move up the charts and spread the good word about dads, crab cakes, and sports nationwide. I actually had some people at work ask me what a crab cake was today, because I was telling them they should listen to my podcast, and they didn't know what a crab cake was. So, we can.
John, you always tell people where to
spread
find
the good
us.
word.
Do you ever tell them where to hide from us? I'm just wondering that, because there's got to be somebody who doesn't want to find us.
Correct.
Yeah,
I don't want to find us.
Just don't open your computer.
Fantastic. All right. So this is how this game's going to work.
Against the clock. That's what you called it, Jason.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to ask John 3 questions. He has 30 seconds to answer all questions. If you do not want as soon as you get it wrong, I move forward to the next question. You can, if you don't want to answer that one and want to come back to it, you can pass. You just say pass. Come back to the other until you're done answering all, and then we'll do that one. And you have 30 seconds to answer the 3 in the first round. Then Mike has 30 seconds to answer his 3. If any of you sweep the category, then you can steal whatever the other guys got wrong. The second, that's 3 questions each. The second category, you guys have that one is called 5-on-5, and you have 5 questions. And you have 45 seconds to answer those 5 questions. Same rules apply. And the last one is called rapid fire. You both will play against each other. I'll explain more when we get there. Okay.
Jason, just for clarification.
Yes.
Do we have to sweep the entire category to steal someone else's, or you could just win the category? You just sweep?
No. You have to win the category. Yes, you have to get more right than he does to steal the thingamahopper. Okay. Mike, can you pull out John is going first because actually you won. Do you want to go first or second this week?
I don't care. Second's fine. Okay. I got the time. Right.
30 seconds when I start talking. Earl Weaver and Buck Showalter are 1 and 2 all time in managerial wins as an Oriole manager. Who's third?
Davey Johnson.
Wrong. Most Gold Gloves in Major League Baseball history.
16.
The player's name. Give him 5 extra seconds.
Oh, Brooks Robinson and Jim Cott.
False. Who scored the winning run in the 1997 World Series Game 7?
Edgar Renteria.
John, you have been swept. Time is up. All right. John,
I don't like his questions, Jason. I'm scared.
All right. 30 seconds for Mike, John. You ready?
I gave you a lot more than 30 seconds too, John, just so you're
Yeah, well,
Yes.
there was some
So
little
be
things,
kind.
yes. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Who? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Who got the base hit in the 1997 World Series Game 7 that won it for the Marlins?
Was it Renteria?
Correct. Orioles all-time stolen base leader since they have been the Baltimore Orioles. The St. Louis Browns don't count.
Brian Roberts. I don't know.
False. Nolan Ryan is Major League Baseball's all-time leader in strikeouts. Who's number 2?
Steve Carlton.
False. Okay.
Time's up.
Time is up for now, but you can steal his questions now. And the way it works is you have to get one of them right to keep going for the other ones that he got wrong. The one that you got wrong was Brady Anderson is the all-time Orioles stolen base leader, and Randy Johnson is number 2 all-time. Okay, so the which one would you like to answer first, Mike? The Orioles managerial one, the most Gold Gloves in Major League Baseball history, or who scored the winning run in the 1997 World Series?
What was the second one again?
Most Gold Gloves in Major League Baseball history.
No, give me give me that one. Let's try Ozzie
Okay.
Smith.
Incorrect. And you are
Okay.
now done. But you did get 1 point. The answer to the Orioles managerial third all time, Paul Richards. And Greg Maddux has the most Gold Gloves in Major League Baseball history.
Oh, that's right. It's like 18, right?
Stop speaking. I'm not done. And who scored the winning run in the 1997 World Series Game 7? Craig Counsell.
Council. That's it.
All right.
That's right, because he did it twice. Because he did it with the Diamondbacks too.
We're on
He
a
got
little
the
bit
hit,
of time
right?
crunch. No,
Or
just
was
kidding.
that?
I think so.
Right.
Yeah, I think
So Mike-
he drove it in.
Mike is currently the leader, and Mike is going first this time. 45 seconds on this clock, John. We might have to give a second or two. We'll see, because some of my questions have it like drag on a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
going to start the clock until you're done reading your first question.
Just so you guys know, this has to do with basketball, college and pros. Okay. Only member of the original Dream Team to not be in the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame, except the team itself was in the Naismith Hall of Fame. But individually, that player is the only one on there not in the Hall of Fame. He's in College Basketball Hall of Fame, but not
Judd
on
Bushler. I don't know.
the original Dream Team.
What are we talking about? All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Next.
No. Hold on. Pause that for a second. Okay, Mike. The Dream Team, the Olympic basketball team, first ever Olympic basketball team. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Basketball?
Professional athletes.
Yes. And beating the other
1992.
countries.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. The only member of that team that is not a Hall of Famer individually in the
Okay.
Naismith Memorial.
I don't know. Chris Mullen. I don't know.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. The head coach of that Dream Team.
Yeah. I don't remember. Phil
Okay.
Jackson.
No. MVP of the NBA in 1993.
Michael Jordan.
No. Second all-time in wins as a head coach at the University of Maryland. Men's basketball.
Lefty. Giselle.
Correct. This former Dunbar head coach became the head coach at the University of Maryland, replacing Lefty Driesell. You may answer the question.
Keith Booth. I don't know. I got
Bob
nothing.
Wade. Oh, I just gave the answer away. John didn't know the answer, so it didn't matter. Okay.
I did.
You did not. Shut
I
up.
did. Whatever.
Okay. So, all right, John. Your turn whenever you're ready.
Bars low, John. Clear
All
it.
right, Mike, do you
Mike,
do you
got one,
have
right?
your timer?
Yeah, I'll work on it. Go ahead. You just start.
All right. The Golden State Warrior. This Golden State Warrior was a member of the original Dream Team.
Who's Chris Mullin?
Correct. The Chicago Bulls had 2 representatives on the original Dream Team. Which other franchise had 2 players?
Oh, New York Knicks.
No. MVP of the NBA in 1997.
David Robinson.
No. The last Maryland Terp to win ACC Player of the Year.
Graves Vasquez.
Correct. The last team, the last Terp to win Big Ten Rookie of the Year.
The Diamond Stone.
No. All right. So you got 2 points in that category. So you can sweep Mike's questions if you think you know the answer.
Yes, I do know the answer.
Okay. Which one?
He
do you
was
wanna
researching it while he was checking out the timer.
No,
Oh,
my
jeez.
hands are right here. I'm playing
With
with my
you.
little thing. So
Yeah, you are.
Christian
Yeah, you are.
Late,
Oh God!
Christian. So the answer to number 1 is Christian Laettner.
That is correct.
Christian Laettner is in the College Basketball Hall of Fame. Not in. He wasn't. He was a dud in the NBA.
But no, he played for a very long time, actually. He just wasn't the superstar he was.
Right. No, but he was a dud. He was just
the-
a role player.
The head coach of the original Dream Team?
It was Larry Brown.
That is not correct. I should have given you the option to answer the other ones, but that's fine. MVP of the NBA in 1993, Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley. Yeah.
The round mound of rebound.
And Bob Wade did replace Lefty Driesell, blah, blah, blah. So John has 3 now. He has taken the lead. Mike has 2. Okay, this is rapid fire. I'm really not going to time it, theoretically. The way this is going to work is I'm going to, since you're in the lead, John, you will get the first question. If you get it wrong, Mike, you then answer that question. Then if you get it right, we go on to the next question and so on. You go back and forth like that. Okay, so the first question, John. Starting pitcher, opening day 1992 for the Orioles. You only get 5 seconds to answer each question.
Rick Sutcliffe.
Correct. Mike, last Oriole to win a Gold Glove.
Ramon Urias.
Correct. Well done. John, this catcher won the MVP of the 1992 World Series. Mike, this catcher won the MVP of the 1992 World Series.
I can picture him.
In your dreams,
Pat,
Michael?
Pat something. I don't know. It's Pat something. Not Listash. I can't remember his last name.
It is Pat.
Borders. Pat Borders.
All right, you got it. We're tied up. 4s galore. All right, Mike, since you got that one right, you go first. The last Raven to win defensive MVP.
Terrell Suggs.
Correct. John, Terp's second all-time rebounder behind Len Elmore.
Lonnie Baxter.
Correct.
Oh. Wow.
That's one of 2 Terps you know. That's great. 3,
Right.
actually. All right.
He was so giddy.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Mike, 1994 Major League Baseball home run leader with 43. Remember, strike shortened season, fellas. Strike shortened season was leading with 43 at the time. Crazy summer, by the way.
Jeez. 94 home run leader. Oh, Eric Davis. I don't know.
Incorrect. John, 1994 home run leader.
Was it Griffey?
No, he was in second with 40. It was Matt Williams.
Oh, that's right. Third baseman for the Giants.
Okay. So who went first on that one? Mike did?
Mike did.
John. Who was the last player other than Aaron Judge to lead Major League Baseball in home runs? Not counting this year. This year does not count.
Giancarlo Stanton.
No. Mike?
Shohei Ohtani. I don't know.
No, he was in second place the one year. No, it was Matt Olson in 2023. Good guesses, fellas. Mike, this player has the most platinum glove awards with 6.
Rumar Vizquel.
No, he was before they did the platinum glove. John?
Is it Yachty?
No, he had 4 though. He was a third
Oh.
baseman. Any guesses? Same team.
Third base.
Or part of the time.
Arenado.
Yeah, he had
Nolan.
6.
It was. I figured it was one of the two.
Okay.
Nolan Arenado
So-
or Yachty.
Let's see. You guys didn't get Arenado. You didn't get Olson. You didn't get Matt Williams. John, you got Lana. So you both have 5 points right now with 2 questions left. Don't end tied or I'll do something fantastically fun. All right. So who just went first?
Mike.
Okay. John, the last non-quarterback to win Super Bowl MVP. 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Mike. I almost said it.
What's the question? Oh, I had the same question.
Yeah, last non-quarterback to win Super Bowl MVP.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Cooper Kupp.
Oh.
Okay. Last question for now. Mike. This Oriole is number 2 all time behind another guy in hits in the 1990s. Number 2 all time in hits in the 1990s.
Is it Alomar? Roberto?
It is not. He's number 5. John.
For all the marbles,
Yep.
is it Cal?
It is not. Tis Rafael Palmeiro. Okay. Now, before I do my I'll give you one last shot of here. John, who is number 1 on that list? Non-Oriole, just number 1 all time for hits in the 90s.
Number 1 all time for hits in the 90s. The Tony Gwynn?
Nice guess, but incorrect.
Oof,
You guys are going to be
really?
surprised by this one, but it'll make sense. Mike,
That
last
was-
guess.
That would have been my guess. That was a good guess, John.
Yeah,
most
He's on the
most
list.
Hits,
John.
most hits in the 90s.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not Surhoff, is it?
No, it's Mark Grace.
Chicago
From the
Cubs.
Cubbies.
Yeah, he also played for the Diamondbacks. I guess that was like 2000, I think. He was on the World Series
98.
team. Wasn't he on the World
98.
Series team?
Yeah, he won the World Series with the Diamondbacks in
Yeah.
2000.
Okay, so to break your tie, this is how we're going to do it real quick. We're going back to the dream team, fellas.
Ugh.
You're going to go player by player until one of you gets it wrong. I need you to tell me who was on that roster, all the players on the roster. So, who just went first? It was John, right?
I went first,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. You can throw it out there. Who was on and they're all Hall of Famers except for the other guy that we guessed earlier.
All right, Michael Jordan.
Hold on before we do that. But yes, you are correct. Just wait a second. Oh. All right. Go ahead.
The Admiral.
You are correct.
Larry Bird.
Correct.
Magic Johnson.
Correct.
Patrick Ewing.
Correct.
John Stockton.
Correct.
Charles Barkley.
Correct.
The Mailman.
Correct.
Chris Mullen.
Correct. Uh-oh, John.
I'm going through of who's on 96 and who was on 92.
I'm going to have to start counting down, though. 5, 4, 3.
Was
2.
Reggie Miller?
No. Mike, to seal the deal, there
Isaiah
are...
Thomas.
Who?
Isaiah Thomas.
No! You're killing me, you guys.
Dennis Johnson. I don't know.
Oh,
Or
Scottie
what's his name?
Pippen.
Kevin Johnson. Sorry.
Yeah. So Mike technically won because he got one more than you. But I wanted to see if you guys can name them all. Scottie Pippen, kind of
Oh,
good.
Didn't we say Scottie Pippen already?
No.
No.
Oh,
And Clyde the Glide Drexler.
yeah.
Well done. Well done. Those are
That was
super
fun.
easy questions. They weren't difficult at all, huh?
Nope.
I mean, you did
Not at all.
you did good coming up with that, Jay. That was kind of fun.
Okay. Can I tell you how time consuming that was? We may have to revise this
I
game.
can only imagine.
I can only imagine. You're the only guy who's not working 13
No,
hours a day
I
at a
was doing
job.
plenty today. Don't you worry. And I'm like, this is never going to end. These are a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Here's your homework for next show. One of you can decide which one it is. Mike, why don't you do it since you do a good job hosting and you love it? Create a game or do Jeopardy. I don't care, whichever you come up with. I would like to play instead of coming because
Yes.
I like to,
I got you, buddy. I'm all about
Fabulous.
it.
All right, guys. Well, that is all I have for this evening. I do appreciate y'all joining us. I guess we will join you guys Sunday evening at some point, probably. And then we will hopefully be going over all the wonderful totals of the Ravens game. So, Mike, do you guys have anything else?
Nothing.
All
Nope.
right, Mike, you want to shut her down?
Yeah, read that scroll on the bottom of the screen if you're here with us. Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports, all the places you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You can email us at dadbodscrabcakesandsports@gmail.com. Look out for our next episode. I'm coming with a rocking game. Jason will be here saying good things about the Ravens, hopefully. John will have a shiny head. We'll have a great time. So please come on out. Join us next time. Subscribe to us where you get your podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. We love you. You love us.
Adios.
Adios.